This is a quick demonstration of adding some squash and stretch. I'm using this controller right here. You can use it by moving it around. I'm going to start here and set a keyframe, and it's going to be fully stretched by right when it touches down. Or I should say one frame before it touches, depending on what you're doing. And I'll keyframe there, and then here it'll be squashed. And then theoretically it'd be fully stretched here, but I always like to let it kind of recover for a frame. And then by the time it gets here, it should be back to 0. Keyframe that. I'm just going to turn on auto keyframe just to make this easier. Okay, and then once again, maybe a little less stretched because it doesn't bounce as far. Squashed. Go a couple frames. Stretched again. Go to the top of the bounce. 0. And then again, just keep it pretty subtle here because it's not, there's not as much speed, change of momentum. Alright, let's hide the, let's change the animation preferences to 24 frames a second. Save. Something like that. It's interesting it's not touching exactly. Maybe this has been moved up. No? I don't know. Maybe it's been scaled down a little bit or something. Whatever. And then if you want to do it where you have an additional contact frame, that's a whole other step, which will mess up your animation. And the idea is that we have 2 frames where it's touching. So I would go here and just set another keyframe. And go here. Well, I go here and then I middle mouse click and set another keyframe. So it's and then in this case, what you do is, well, let's put in those extra frames first. So then I'll go here, middle mouse click, set another keyframe. Oops. So see, it's in the same position here. Then I'll go here and then middle mouse click and set another keyframe. Okay. And then this is the stretched one. So I'll just and that's squashed. So actually I'll just take, just take this, shift click and drag and just move this over one. I'm just have the squash controller just moving all these later one because it'll first have contact when it's stretched and then squash and then go back up. Okay, but we've screwed up the, by putting in these extra keyframes, it screws up the graph editor, so you have to go back in and fix that, specifically for the Y translate curve. This one you might want to make just linear, but it's the Y translate curve that needs some attention, because all of these are not going to be shaped well. Don't worry about that, because that's only one frame anyway, so you won't see the interpolation between those two keys. But definitely worry about these. Okay. This I might make a little shorter, actually. I think you could adjust your timing, but anyway. And that gives your bounces more pop when you have that extra contact frame. So you can see it's stretched, squashed. So see on the same exact point, it's stretched and then squashed. And that's what I was talking about in the module. I think that's covered. Might be here. Yeah, this is this additional contact frame where it's touching here and it's touching there at the same point. Yeah, and this shows fixing those curves like I just did. Now just tangents. It's all in here.